So I know you've touched on the fact that you kind of, you know, your movement is very much about, you know, representing the people and showing a different side to what you think has been really underrepresented in the media and the mainstream media. But kind of moving that to the side and leaving that there. In terms of you, Loush, as a creator, do you think we will be seeing kind of a more personal kind of side on your channel? I know you've touched on this, but I'm gonna kind of like pick at it again, because I just wanna see where your head is with that.
I have been asked many times about that, and I'm not sure, to be honest, because if I don't think I have something of value to say, then I usually don't speak. And I don't like to waste. My number one priority is my viewers' time. And if I ever feel like I'm wasting it, then I don't feel like I've done a good job. And so I don't think that people are that interested in me. And I don't think that people are that interested in me. Like, I think that it's very ego driven in a good way. Don't get me wrong. I think that I vlogged my trip with Team Lebanon in Czech Republic. I vlogged my trip to Lebanon when we went to the beaches. We went to the Virgin Mary shrine, when we went to all these beautiful places. And for me, the purpose was clear in both those. The silver lining and the thread that went in between both was celebrating the culture and the country the way through my lens. If I were to create something a little bit more personal, I don't think that the trade-off is worth it, to be honest. I take my private life very seriously, and I like the format where my episodes are controlled and they're I think they're of good quality. I think that people like enjoy the thought process that I put into it. But that said, I'm starting to open up on Instagram a little bit more. I'm starting to post a little bit more about sort of what I'm up to and stuff. It's just, I always assume that people don't give a shit about me. And I think that's what keeps me grounded. I think that's what keeps me humble. And although there may be some people that disagree and want to see a little bit more, I don't know. I think that it's a little bit dangerous territory for me.
Yeah. No, that makes a lot of sense. I think your character, I think you're a very kind of very bubbly, very kind of you've got it with the camera. You've got the relationship with the camera to a 10, and I'm sure you're like that in real life as well. I'm just saying from what I see on a camera base,
Yeah.
and that's why I'm like, you know, that would be, as in, you might be right. There might not be that kind of, you know, millions of people wanting to be like, oh my god, what is Loush doing today? Is he eating porridge or is he eating eggs? Like, I just want to know, you know. I absolutely get that, you know, and you know, I've not done that either. But I think sometimes, as in from just my perspective, as in having my channel, I found that sometimes when I have mixed it up and I have done something a little different, I've not sat down and, you know, we've not dissected a song. We've gone and come on a trip with me to Morocco, or we've gone on a trip with me to Albania. We've come on a trip with me, or we've witnessed something like me trying to fast during Ramadan, for example. I think it gives people kind of a different perspective on who they're watching, and it adds layers to.
But you know, everything you just mentioned, what is the common thread across all of those things? And I want to go back to the Dora the Explorer meme, because, you know, that essentially you're staying true to that's exactly what you're doing. And there's a big difference between what you just explained and you showing me what your breakfast is today, and bringing me into the most minute details of your life.
Yeah. No.
And also another angle, you know, this is a bit of a curveball, but I have people that I've developed relationships with since starting this entire journey, and that was earned. I have people that I DM and that are that have my attention, and I've made real friends throughout this journey, and they have access to sort of what I'm up to and all that stuff, and to and to take that away from them and to create a scenario where everybody gets to see it no matter what, I think kind of takes away from the real relationships and the quality experiences that I've developed with so many people so far. Some of them are artists, you know,
Yeah.
some artists have become friends, and I feel like let me protect that relationship by just keeping it business when I need to. And then if ever somewhere down the road a fan becomes a friend of mine, then that happens naturally. And it's not really because I'm showing them videos of my newborn son or me throwing a pie in my wife's face.
Congratulations on that, by the way.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. So yeah, that's my take. It might change later on, but I honestly, at 34 years old and at this stage of my life right now, I think that if people really want to get to know me, then they will follow me for the right reasons, and they will somehow earn my trust. And I think through that channel, they will have access to me. And I don't ever want to create a scenario where that access, like it's kind of like I'm not selling myself for cheap. You know what I mean?
I like that. I like that.
Does that make sense?
It does. It does. It does.
Okay. All right. And again, like for you, you know, when you vlog and you show us the details and stuff, like you posted, I remember on Instagram, like you had the purple hair thing, like that looked great. That looked friggin' awesome. And you're exploring like these artistic things, and like you have your shirts and you're traveling and stuff. But for me, that as long as I can see the thread, as long as the brand is sort of apparent and everything that you're doing, I feel like, okay, like this is right. This feels right for me. But I guess it's really a personal choice for a creator to go ahead and do that, you know?